Welcome to the Native Diamond Podcast.
Oh, shit! What you waiting for?
What the fuck is up, everyone? 𝕹𝖊𝖜 here, back again with a new podcast episode. And today, it's a fun one, okay? My conversation with a portion of KAONASHI, Peter, the vocalist, and 𝕹𝖜, the drummer. This was a super sick episode. I think you guys will really enjoy it. We talked about so many things. Mental health breaks from social media, the new Architects and Era albums, Peter and 𝕹𝖜's Spotify on repeat playlist, crazy road stories, being on the road with bands like 𝕻𝖕𝖈 𝕻𝖕𝖎𝑘𝑙, and so many more. If you are a huge fan of KAONASHI, you're going to love this one, I promise. And stick around because we're going to play some music in the mid-roll section, a hidden gem of KAONASHI, and you're going to love it. I promise. You're going to love it. Anyway, how have you guys been? Spring is finally here. Are you guys super stoked that spring has arrived, or are you kind of bummed out? Drop that shit in the comments. Let's talk about it. Or find me on social media on Twitter at @NativeDMND. That's right, it's short for diamond. And we can talk about seasonal depression and all types of other shit. Lately, I've been hiking a lot. It's kind of my way of working out. I finally got out of my gym membership because I was not going. Nobody was wearing a mask at the gym that I was going to, and it was super sketch to me. So I wanted to explore the great outdoors more this year. I've decided to quit the gym and start hiking, doing it the all natural way. It's very fun to me. I don't know. I just feel like I've accomplished something when I actually hit the finish line, as opposed to hitting a distance on a treadmill. I don't know. I just get more enjoyment being outside. But anyway, let's get into it. My super fun, super sick conversation with Peter and 𝕹𝖜 of KAONASHI. Let's get it, guys. What's up, my dudes? 𝕹𝖜 here. This is Native Diamond Podcast, and today I'm hella excited. We're hanging out with a portion of KAONASHI. What's going on, guys?
Yo, what's up?
Hanging out.
Just kicking it.
Just kicking on this Sunday. And you guys are hanging out in Philly. So, what's Philly? How's Philly treating you guys?
Philly's great. I mean,
yeah, I love living here. It's considering coronavirus, I feel like we have it a little better than other places, just from what my friends tell me.
Right.
Isn't Texas and shit, just motherfuckers walking around no mask on and stuff. I don't really see that in Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People blatantly proud to not have a mask on. So we're doing good.
that's true. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Especially compared to other places where people really are hell no, I'm not going to wear a mask. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like that in North Carolina. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people just don't believe in wearing them or whatever.
Yo, we
don't believe in it.
That's the favorite thing. When someone's I don't believe in medicine. It's bitch, it's real. Medicine's real. It's
really.
How light are the restrictions over there right now? Are you guys kind of opened up?
Nothing enforced. Nothing was ever really you must do this. It's just if you know better, you know what I mean, you'll do better. So I don't think there's anybody enforcing it. People just know what to do.
Yeah, I don't. Then again, we don't really do a whole lot of shit that.
I don't even put myself in that position to be around those kind of people.
So I'm not even sure what restrictions are, to be honest. Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. Wear the mask, hand sanitizer, wipes. I literally have lined up over there. Sanitizer, wipes, Febreze just from my room, hand sanitizer and disinfectant spray. You know,
It's ready to go.
Just to clean
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah. No, I mean that's how I am basically, and I've tried to like uphold my end of the deal there, wear the mask and stuff like that. And it's kind of weird because like I'll walk into some places and like I'll be wearing a mask and they're just like looking at me like I'm the weird one there.
Yeah, like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, like I fucked up or something. I don't know. It's just weird. But are you guys able to get the vaccine, or are you planning on getting it?
I am planning on getting it. Before they had like walk-ups, and I missed it by like a day. So now I have to wait for my application to be accepted so I can get my first dose and second dose, which sounds like hell. Based off what everyone's posting, it's just like you just are fucked up for a few days. But I'd rather that than like fucked up forever.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm waiting. I'm a teacher, so
Okay.
I'm like a little bit ahead in the line than Peter, but I'm still. It's confusing as hell over here.
Yeah.
Like last time we dropped our roommate off, and the line was literally around the convention center, and he was almost like, you know what? No, fuck that. Like I was like, yeah, I don't blame you, bro.
What subject do you teach? Sorry, last teacher I had on the show, I didn't ask, and my wife was like, "Oh, so what did he teach?" I was like, "Oh fuck, I didn't think to ask that. I don't know why I didn't."
I'm a drum teacher. I teach at School of Rock and Guitar Center.
Oh, that's really cool. Shit.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
You have like a YouTube channel or something like that?
I don't have a YouTube channel, but I'm like in the process of building one with one of my other roommates who's also a drummer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you guys do TikTok at all? Maybe.
We tried. We have a TikTok. We don't update it often, but
yeah, I can't think of things to do that aren't just like contrived like internet dances. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah. I feel like I'm just becoming a boomer.
Yeah, it really makes me feel like a boomer.
Yeah, I look at this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's kind of like, it is kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I get on there, but the editing on there, so it's just, I don't know. I feel like my fingers aren't small enough because like the little buttons for editing are super small.
Dude, there is so much going on. It's like splice and split the text on it. And I'm just like, dude, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, I feel like watching it, I can like feel the arthritis set in because I'm old. Just like, you fucking kids.
But I was just thinking, it kind of made me think there are TikToks that are like informative and like they teach stuff or whatever. Like I saw like a chef one and the guy basically showed how to like put together some awesome looking meal. So I was just wondering if you would explore the avenue with like drumming.
I like every time I want to do stuff like that. I don't know if it's just like the imposter syndrome looming over my head, but like I always am like, well, there's probably someone better than me that should be explaining this and that's already explaining it. So why do I have to say anything?
I feel you.
Like, I think I just got to get over that, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. And there's kind of like a cringe factor too that I feel like everyone has to be kind of aware of. Like, they don't want to be like too cringy or whatever, or like throw themselves out there too much.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the big fact too. I don't want to be like, I don't know. I don't want to have to be like, oh, I got to make a TikTok today. Like, if I got to that point, I don't know what I'd do.
Do you guys feel that way with like Instagram and social media and shit like that?
I love Instagram. Like, compared to all of the social media apps, I feel like Instagram's the best one.
I don't know. I'm conflicted. I definitely hate Facebook.
Yeah, me too.
Twitter is funny, but it's also the worst place ever.
Yeah, that's true.
I do.
Yeah,
I think Instagram is just like a place. Like, it's hard to have drama or any sort of thing because it's such like a visual aspect that's more I don't know, photo based plus like I guess performance based. Like, I don't know. I don't see a whole lot of the educational stuff on Instagram. It's always like kind of like an ad for it, whereas like TikTok, you'll get the full explanation stuff. So
yeah.
Is that right?
No, that is right. because Instagram does Reels, which is basically
Oh yeah.
TikTok.
That's right. Yeah, that's also another thing that kind of stresses me out is like Instagram's got stories, got the reels, it's got the live, it's got TV.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, you're doing that, I'm gonna do it too. Fuck you.
It's in on that. They did that to Vine and just shut Vine down.
Oh yeah. That was did you guys ever use Vine or
Yes.
Yeah.
Vine.
Yeah, Vine was the shit.
Vine was way
I
cooler.
didn't use it because I'm not funny, but I watched it. Like I would just sit there and watch it for sure.
It's cool, yeah.
I don't know how people do that shit. Like Snapchat, people always ask me like, "Oh, do you have Snapchat?" I'm like, "Dude, no, I don't know. I'm not funny like that."
Yeah.
Just no, I don't. I'm also 28.
Yeah, I was just curious because do you guys ever feel like you have to take like a mental health break from social media, or does it ever not even get out of the hand like that?
Yeah, I would say when I was posting more, I actually like just got rid of a bunch of shit on my Instagram. But when I was like when touring was around and stuff, I would like try to upkeep with it on tour, or at least for me. And then they would just get to this point where it's like, I can't do this shit. I gotta walk away. I gotta get to the venue. I gotta set up all this stuff every day.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah, I'm not even gonna fucking bother posting.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
People probably think I'm like on social media right now, but I'm working. I work from my phone, so that's why I'm staring down typing. They're probably like, he's addicted. It's just like I'm just
nah.
trying to get my rent money. But I definitely have to put my phone down, just close the app out sometimes, just because there's nothing good to read or see. There's just a bunch of negativity, you know. So I just like listen to music or just talk to a person.
Right.
Sometimes there's nothing but people shitting on other people. It's just like reading a fucking 300 comment thread that's just like,
bullies.
You're wrong. Well, you're wrong. It's like, I'm so done with that. You know?
That's interesting. Yeah, because I feel like I recently took a trip to Asheville, North Carolina. It's kind of like the craft beer capital of the mountains or whatever.
Oh,
but so like we went there, and you know, I'm sure you guys, when you go on vacation or whatever, you kind of get in that whole like slump of like, I don't feel like doing shit, you know, when you get back or whatever.
Yeah.
And, so I've been slowly like getting back into like the regular social media bullshit with the, you know, for the podcast and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's just hard to get in that environment every day because like you guys have mentioned, it is kind of negative. Like it's like a double-edged sword almost, you know?
Absolutely. There's like someone always has some shit to say. And it's just like, cause you know, they woke up and they're having a bad day and they don't realize it, but they have to take it out on someone else. And it just causes fucking awful domino effect.
Especially with the pandemic, nobody's around.
Oh yeah.
So your only interaction is through like, you know, a fit pic or an argument or a hot take. Just like, just, you know, download Spotify and just listen to it. Fuck off. That shit is annoying.
I feel that. All right. I'm going to ask you a couple icebreaker questions. They're just a couple either or. I'm not going to ask a lot. I used to ask like 21 and I was just like, man, this is way too fucking many questions. But I'm going to ask a few, and you know, some of these guys have put out new albums, so we'll kind of talk about those albums as well. All right. I'm going to start off with the first one. Era or Architects?
Architects. Hollow Crown.
He said that super quick. He was ready with that.
Yeah.
He was like, no contemplating.
I'm gonna try to answer these as fast.
No,
as
that's
I can,
perfect. That's
so
perfect.
there's no contemplating.
It's like the fucking word association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have to say Era because I think it's just shout out Alex, and also I know more Era than I do Architects. Dude, Architects has this one record and this one song that I fucking love, but that's all I know.
Yeah.
I know
I
they
feel
rap though. But yeah, they both just released something, right?
Yeah, they both put out a new album. That's what I was just about to ask. So, like, have you guys checked out the new albums, and what do you guys think about them? If you have,
I have not. Honestly, a lot of these, I'm going to probably say I haven't.
No, I mean you're good. You're good.
I think I listened to the new Architects yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember though because It might have been a couple days ago. It was with War Criminal. I was kind of a little drunk, but
It's a good time.
I haven't checked out the new era. I have not, to be honest. I'm sorry, Alex, if you hear this.
No, it's super good. And, you know, I'll throw the little plug in there. You guys should check it out. Era, self-titled. It's super sick, dude. Like, I liked the part I liked the most about it was all the guitar work. It was just crazy because he like plays guitar and does the vocals, like, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have like two guitars, but like, you know, him. But like, I saw that one. I forgot the name of the song, but the video, he was like like doing some tapping shit and doing some singing, and I was like, that's fucking incredible. Because like I can barely do both, so that's fucking crazy,
dude. Yeah, they're fucking ridiculous. Each one of them is just like a fucking monster. All of those cats are monsters, for real.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Has there been a band that you guys have, you know, kind of listened to a lot in particular recently?
Yes.
Let me just look real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I forget my Spotify. I feel like
what's on your radar release? No.
I don't think I have that. I've been trying to figure that out.
Oh, release radar? You just type it in the search bar. It'll show you yours.
Mm-hmm.
My on repeat is just Youngster Jack, 𝕹𝖊𝖈 𝖕, Black Kray, Zanman, Blade. It's like not really any. Let me try to find the first band out of that list. I'm literally going down the list.
That's dope. You probably
Flash, Young Thug, Pop 2004, Rina Sawayama, Coi Leray. The 1975 is the first band, but we're talking like metalcore. So let's see.
Yeah,
keep going. Metalcore. 𝕹𝖊𝖈. My on repeat is no metalcore.
Fucking on repeat. Let's check that one. Mine is bad. Mine's gonna be straight up like.
But the most recent one was if you can see Blood Incantation.
Oh shit!
That earlier today. That band's fucking sick.
Dude, mine's all fucked up from teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I use Spotify. I should make a new account because my shit is smoked. It's either like Italian reggaeton, or like classic rock hits that I'm teaching like a 10-year-old.
Dude,
like,
that's funny.
Baby K, and then it's like Uriah Heep.
Oh my
and then like the Runaways.
That is, no one else has that algorithm.
Literally.
Baby K, Uriah Heep.
Then like it's just Mad Baby K with fucking like AC/DC, Beaky and Kill, Tool. Oh god, this is
Beaky Kill and Tool. That is some drum instructor music.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, but
like I don't know, bands that I like right now that I listen to, like current, someone that just put something out that I like.
Static Dress.
Oh, dude, yeah. Static Dress is sick.
That's one I'm trying to think. Like, what sucks is I bet there's someone that has. I'm just not even thinking about it.
Yeah, I just can't even think about it right now.
Like, God, see that we were just talking about that earlier. It was like on the spot trying to fucking think of something.
Like, I Thought Murder's sick.
Yeah.
They put out a new album.
They did?
Yeah, I mean,
oh shit.
Well, their latest album, that shit might have came out like 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
That's still new though. I mean.
Oh, Vernoman?
Like that was sick.
Yeah, that was sick. Fuck, man. Yeah, Baby K. I listened to Baby K and Pocky. No bands, unfortunately. I've been like, and even if I do listen to like bands,
Omerta and fucking Roseblood, they put out new music and those songs were fucking awesome. Sky So Black put out a single. That song was awesome.
Fever Dreams.
Yeah, Fever Dreams put out a song called Captain. It's amazing. They put out a split. Not a split.
No.
2 songs.
They put out 2 songs and then they put out instrumentals of like 10 songs or something.
Yeah, that's like new metal.
And they're like actual young, like.
Not new metal. I mean, new metal music. Yeah.
They're crazy. Definitely check out Fever Dreams if you can.
Okay.
If you're into like, definitely like if you're into the like guitar work type shit and like crazy, just like what the fuck. Fever Dreams, they're fucking wild.
Yeah, I haven't like checked out a lot of like new like bands recently. I've been like, I had like Era on repeat, the Architects album on repeat. Like I've been listening to like these new albums. Brand of Sacrifice, their new album, sick.
Yo,
I've been
Yeah, I only listened really quick, but that shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was
Like,
crazy as hell.
oh my
I
god.
heard that shit was wild.
Ridiculous.
I haven't yet checked it out
Yeah.
yet. That's
Oh,
all I've been-
Landmarks.
Who?
Yeah,
Landmarks?
Landmarks. You know the French band with the V.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, I haven't
that
seen
album is really
Right?
sick.
Yeah, that's a throwback, some Empiricon shit.
They have a new album.
Yeah, they have a new album. I think it's like Lost in a Wave. Dude, it's such a sick album. They're just blending like all these genres. It's really cool to listen to. I'm not gonna lie. It's interesting. You don't like get bored or like burn out.
Were they like a softer band?
They can get really heavy, but they do have some soft moments where it's kind of like
Okay.
almost grunge.
Okay, I'm trying to remember.
Sounds cool.
If it was
It is cool, yeah. I think you guys would like it a lot.
Our friends in a band called Freeze actually put out a new single with a video called Lurk.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Oh
The
yeah.
vocalist of that band, Dom, is actually the one that showed me the new brand of Sacrifice.
No kidding.
Like, this is insane. Like,
Regrown. Regrown.
Regrown. See, like,
If you're like into like super emo pop punk,
Oh yeah, for sure.
dude, Regrown is like
yeah.
they've got they just released like a music video like a couple weeks ago, and then they're releasing their EP in a few I don't know
Jesus.
weeks or months, I don't know. Something, but dude, it's so catchy. It's like it'll get so painfully stuck in your head. It's
I
so
love
good.
shit like that, dude. That's not. Yeah, I
one
would,
more because it's actually coming to mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
see,
ahead.
now
Yeah,
it's
go
all
ahead.
like coming to our heads.
This band from California called Mugshot put out an EP like a few weeks ago that I actually have a feature on. But
oh no shit.
it's like clearly a step up. I love when bands do that, when they just they all collectively are like, let's actually take this like super serious.
Dude,
They just put out really good music. So
it's
this is
so
Mugshot.
good. It's
Yeah.
that shit is besides like having like I didn't even
Disregard the song album. Like the first track is crazy.
I was
Yeah.
watching
Shit.
I didn't even like know about it, and I was watching this dude like do a drum cover of one of the songs, and I was like, "Oh, Mugshot, that's cool." I'm listening to it, and I'm like, "This shit is fucking nuts!" And then all of a sudden, I heard Peter's voice. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on here?" And I was like, "That's Peter, right?" Like,
Shout out that band.
I was like, "Damn, this band is amazing." So yeah,
That's
shout out
sick.
Mugshot for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna ask this one because I want to know what your take is. All right, Knocked Loose or Degrader?
Oh God, knock loose,
Knock Loose.
knock loose. Yeah.
All right.
I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that.
Were you expecting Every Time I Die?
Dude, I was expecting like
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say that.
knock loose and every time I die.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like damn.
Burials or something like
Yeah, something like that. Like
Yeah.
burials or like
Kublai Khan.
yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
really
yeah.
expecting. But
All right.
Here's
I'm
another one.
I'm gonna ask one. All right, here's gonna be off the rip. This one's off the top of my head. I'm not even. All right, so what about Boundaries or Salt Wound?
Boundaries, because I never listened to Salt Wound.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say I've
shit.
never even heard that band. Where are they from?
Damn, I should know. California, I believe.
Salt the Wound?
Salt Wound.
Oh, there used to be a
It's
whole
like
one
band
word.
called Salt the Wound.
That's what I thought
Oh,
it was
cool.
first. I was like, wow, that is so not what I was
That's a hell of
expecting.
a-
Yeah, that's another one. But Salt Wound. Okay, that's word. That's gotta be something to check out.
Yeah.
Boundaries. Yeah, we've played.
Yeah, what do you
shows
guys
with
think
them.
about? What do you guys think about that band?
They're awesome. We've played shows with them for years now, which makes me feel like an old head to say.
No, it's cool. What's some cool boundary stories? What's some boundaries lore for the people listening?
Oh God.
I booked them at a church in a really bad neighborhood in Philly. And they just it was so crazy. They were so like it was like letting a bunch of kids loose
Yeah, I was
in
about
this
to say
building.
they were like so young then.
But yeah,
Really?
that was like 2018. I think 2017. But then when they played their set,
Mhm.
it was like you could tell they were so serious about their music, like good gear, good tone, good performance. And I was like, that was the same band. And as soon as they were done, they were just like goofballs throughout the venue for the whole night, like taking like hard stop pictures with like Fago and like Switchblades. I was just like, what is this band? And they just kept going and going. Oh, one time I stage dived during their record release show, and I was hammered, and it wasn't really a dive. It was more just I just took down a bunch of people from the front. Like I was trying to jump, but it was Webster stage, so I couldn't like jump. I just kind of skipped and my friend Jose, who was like at every Boundary show, he just got the worst of it. Like I just took him down.
That's great.
And, I think I took down Nathan too.
That makes sense.
Yeah, from Regime.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the slowest, least momentum stage dive. Bro, then I got up and just started going. It was awesome.
If you just want to see a group of kids just while out, just take Boundaries to a diner. Take it to a diner, and you're literally just gonna laugh the whole time, and then also want to leave immediately. It's a hard combo, but they don't let you leave
At all.
You're staying with us.
What was that diner?
Dude,
that was after.
I think
it was in Wisconsin. It was after JJ's.
Not the one that we know, because they went to a place and they were like we went to a place with them in Connecticut.
Was that after the Astronaut Friends on Fire show?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Because they were all there.
Yeah.
And they just were like, they knew the waitress, and they were literally just terrorizing her. I felt so bad. I was just like, dude, what? And she like, dude, I don't know. Okay, there's their merch guy got into like a screaming argument with her about something.
Oh my god.
And he was having fun the whole time. I was like, this is fucked up.
What is going on?
Now that we're kind of like on this topic or whatever, what's like an off the top crazy road story that you can think of and are willing to share?
God. All right, just the first one that came to mind. We had just played at a place called Sidewinder in Austin, Texas. There's some whack ass after party, some emo night just down the street. I had nothing else to do, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's go." So in a line, just like single file line, we all walk into this bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alex wasn't there. It was like you, August,
wait,
Roger.
Was that?
Yeah, no, it wasn't with Downswing. Like this was a after party, like right. Well, we were on tour with Downswing, but it was Sidewinder, and the dude stopped being City at the door.
That was us trying to go to the Census Fail thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They were just playing fucking Starting Line. So I thought it was like an emo night. They were just playing like pop punk through the fucking PA, but the dude stops me and City. City was our former guitarist, and he's black too. They were like, hey, where you going? Band members only. I was like, hey, I'm in the band. Like, I have my fucking laminate. What do you mean? And he's like, thoroughly, like, CIA checks it. All right, you can go. But don't forget to tip. And I was just like, I don't ever want to come back here again. I mean, there are certain parts. Shout out Insurgents, shout out Purifier. Like, Austin, Texas is cool sometimes. But the rest of the time, it's fucking horrible.
I think
That's crazy.
Dirty Dog Bar, though.
We have had some of the worst luck. Like, we just always play terribly in Austin. Not in Texas, in Austin. And sometimes you do good, and like, I don't know.
It's weird. It's like sometimes it's so good and sometimes it's so bad. Like, Come and Take It Live with Sworn In and Traders was good.
Great.
Like, Dirty Dog
Bar. Oh, no, I fucked up. No, that's not true. Because remember, I was killing it. Yo. I killed it until the last song. I fucked up so bad.
I don't remember that.
I remember it because we were like, Redemption! And I was like, yeah! And then the last song, I fucked up the counting.
Oh, damn.
Wicked bad. So
shit.
We're cursed. We're cursed. But that's my first one. My first thought of crazy tour story was
it's not even like a crazy, wild, like Hangover Part 2 story. That was just like a story that came to mind.
It's
like,
just
fuck that place.
No.
Was it Texas Toast or it was what do they call it? What's the
Toxic Toast Records?
Toxic Toast, not Texas.
In Long Beach.
Was that the place? And
Toast.
Then we went Hamburger Mary's?
Yes.
Okay, so we went to Hamburger Mary's. If you don't know what that is, it's like it's a gay bar / like What's the word I'm looking for? Nightclub, restaurant.
Yeah.
Place is crazy. I don't know. Me and Peter were just like trying to find some shit that's not in the Northeast, and we're walking down the street, and it's just like Hamburger Mary's. Yeah. It's so unassuming. Literally not what I thought what I was walking into, because it's just like some pinup girl with a huge hamburger. I was like, bet, let's go. Yeah. Walk in, and it's just crazy. So me and Peter are like, what's going on here? So we were like, yo, let's check this out after the show. We go after the show, and I think it's like a bachelorette party's going on. Shit is literally insane. So we get our whole band plus some of the tour to come with us, and having a great night. I think we stayed there till like 1 or something. And then we finally leave. We get to the van, and there is this guy like all fucked up. Like, I don't know. He has literally had to have been tripping on some shit, because he comes up to all of us, and we have our friend Ken's with us, and she's like the only girl with us, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy comes up and is like, yo, I want her. And I'm like, yeah. We're like, what? Like, yo, give me her. I want her. I had her last week. And we were just like, what the fuck are you talking about, guy? And he's like, yo, give me her right now. Right the fuck now. Or I'm going to smoke all y'all. Like, I'm going to smoke this place up or something. And fucking, I was just like, what the fuck is this? Dude goes over across the street he's in like a fucking U-Haul. Like, box U-Haul. Comes back with a gun.
What?
Yeah, dead ass. He's like, give me the fucking girl. Yada, yada. Like, her name is this. I can't remember what he said with the name. It's like, I was with her last week. And I was like, yo. First, I told everyone to get in the fucking van. I was like, yeah. First of all, this girl is from fucking Ohio. Yeah. You've never seen her in your entire life. She's been on tour with us for the past 30 fucking days. Go fuck yourself. And he just ends up like waving his gun around, being a dick. He's like, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna kill all y'all. And I'm like, bro, I just told you we've never been here before, and we're leaving now. You'll never see me again. And that's probably the craziest thing, next to Bungler getting their van stolen while sleeping inside of it. Yeah. There's just so much crazy shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro.
That's like, crazy.
Third day of our full US tour, the headliner of the tour got their van stolen while they were sleeping inside of it.
What the fuck? That is crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Morgantown, West Virginia.
Which one was that?
123 Pleasant Street.
Oh, with Nick?
Yeah.
Yo, oh my god, dude. There's this band called Fever War. Mm-hmm. Ever heard of them? They're just like, they're from West Virginia, Ohio, like that weird area. It's so fucking crazy. They're just some fucking rock and roll Midwestern American boys that just riff, and they are insane. They're the most crazy motherfuckers. Like, all that like Greta Van Fleet hype should be going to them, because they're
really?
Yeah, dude, it's so crazy.
It's kind of like that Boundaries effect, where you just see them throughout the venue, and they're just like, just making fart jokes the whole time, and just like blasting Brooks and Dunn. But then when they set up and start playing, they're professionals.
They're so good.
That's crazy.
Talented like musicians. It's just like, and then they get off stage and they just drink so much.
Yeah, they just drink Budweiser and like whiskey and just cracking jokes the whole time. And I don't know. I just don't know a crazier band.
Yeah.
Like, I know there was like this era of bands where like, I'm crazy, I party. If Fever War was during that era, they would all get wiped out by Fever War. Sure. Like, there's this one time, Nick, the vocalist of Fever War, I don't know. This is such a deep story. I don't even want to get into it.
Is that the Morgantown one?
Yeah, with the wizard.
That is a...
There's this dude with a wizard. Okay, the one part of the story, there's a guy with a wizard hat on and a cane. And you watch South Park at all?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so there's like one of those big like trough urinals, right? Mm-hmm. And this dude was straight up pissing like Butters with like the pants down and the shirt on. And he's got a wizard hat on, and huge beard.
Oh god.
It was a green jelly shirt. I will never forget it. It was a green jelly shirt. I was just so mortified. I was like, and of course it was like, Nick was like, yo, man, meet me in the bathroom. And I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, so this is so-and-so. And I was like, dude, what are we getting into here, man? And then next thing you know, Nick disappears and we can't find him for an hour. And then he turns up to be at some rave like 20 minutes down the street. I don't know.
Like when these things happen, I'm like never around. Like when the thing happened, I wasn't there. When that happened with the wizard, like I wasn't there. I just never experienced these things.
Yeah,
thank God.
Yeah,
it's so
it's
crazy.
like when you're not around, all the crazy shit's happening. So if he's not around you,
we had this weird like bad luck streak where like whenever I would ride with another band, something would happen to the KAONASHI band.
Dude, literally.
What?
Like every time Peter left us and like to ride somewhere, it would like, yo, we were supposed to go. Peter went with our friend Tone to his house after the show in Mississippi. And dude, we just got stuck somewhere for 4 hours. It was like after the show and we were just trying to go to sleep. And we were just stuck on the road because of something for 4 hours till like 6 or 7 a.m.
Damn.
And Peter was like sleeping nicely in the AC and having a nice time, and we're like, Peter, you literally are not allowed to leave. What else happened? There was another time where
I'm trying to remember.
I think like, was it in Washington? We got stuck somewhere. It's like
a mountain.
Yeah, we got stuck on a mountain. Peter was like chilling.
Who was I with?
I'm trying to remember.
𝕹𝖊𝖜 or Bungler?
Something like that. I think it was Bungler. You were with Bungler because they had the nice van with the AC.
Oh.
And the AC was too cold.
I remember
You bitched about it was too cold. And you were like, oh, yeah?
Wait, what? If we were touring with
was it
Bungler,
California?
Then that would have been
2017?
too hot. we toured them in the winter. West for the winter.
Oh, what am I talking about then?
I'm talking about when I did the summer with them.
I'm talking about, then what? It was like our shit was smoked and you were good. You were just chilling. We were with another band and we were just like, all right, fuck this. I don't know. It happens
so
all
now
the time.
I don't leave the van.
Right.
He's
I
like
don't,
the
I don't
guardian
do
angel.
anything because
The
Karen's not around.
You just have the aura. Protect the van.
That's great. So like, this is kind of a weird question maybe, but like, do you think your home life affected like your music now, like looking back on it? And like, if that's the case, then, how do you feel that? How do you feel about that? Sorry, can't fucking talk.
Yes. Honestly, the way things have been going lately, I don't feel negatively about it. I really feel like everything that has happened has brought me to like what's about to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it all makes sense now later on in life. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, that was like kind of a big point that like kind of brought me and Peter together, because me and Peter I'm from Massachusetts. Okay. And he's from Philly, which is about like 8-hour difference or something like that. And yeah, I don't know. We just like kind of connected on that level, and then we created this like whole concept that we've been working on. And I don't know. I guess that makes sense. For how I feel about it, though, it's like, I mean, now where I am, where it's like I'm like, I guess like too old, where it's like my home life is now like what I create of it. So I'm like pretty stoked at where I am now. I don't have an explanation for everything in the past, but right. I definitely think that like causes like all that shit caused me to get to where I am, exactly how he said.
It just makes more sense the older I get.
I don't know if it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me, but he's got clarity. I don't.
But yeah, I just like wanted to know, because like that's something I like to ask, like fans of hardcore metal, whatever. Because I just wonder like kind of what the roots of your life are that like kind of get you into the music that you're into. Because like I wasn't introduced to metal by like my family or anything like that. It just kind of happened. You know what I mean? Like I kind of found it on my own, so to speak. And I was kind of wondering if like that's kind of the situation with most people, I guess. Like how did you come across like the heavier music, or what made you gravitate towards that type of music?
We got two different stories on that side. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I was just bound to be into this. It was just a matter of how I would find it. You know what I mean? I wasn't like given everything, just like someone putting me onto metal, just kind of stumbled across it. So like my brother, like we used to share a room, and he would watch fucking music videos on MTV in the morning, like MTV2 or something. And Helena by My Chemical Romance would play every morning. I was just like, I just couldn't stop looking at it. You know what I mean? He was looking at it like, what the fuck did I come across? And I was just kind of behind him looking at the screen like, what the fuck is that? So that's how I came across it. And then I was like, okay, the next video that comes on, it's like Dance Dance and My Right Sins, My Tragedies. So I just kind of found it that way. And then it was just like a deep dive. I was like, all right, Guitar Hero, that sounds like a cool video game. Tony Hawk, I like the rock songs that are on that game. I guess video games was big. Rock Band is how I found my favorite band, Coheed and Cambria. And I just came across Black Dahlia Murder one day. It just, you know how it goes.
That's crazy.
Just tumble into it. But no, I didn't have like a, you know, older uncle or brother that was like, listen to this. I just found it.
I on the other hand did have the older. I'm the youngest of four.
Okay.
All my brothers play music and all that shit. And you know, growing up, John, back to like, how old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30. Word. So you should understand this. Like, so back like, you know, right before MySpace and all that shit, it was just like, you know, if any sort of music you listen to is either through like MTV or your friend from school gave you a burnt CD or some shit.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And so like that was my brother. My oldest brother had like one of his friends living at my house at the time. And he like just had this the CD case, like the plastic sleeves, just full of burnt CDs of like, you know, Taking Back Sunday, Fall Out Boy, Motion City. So like I got like introduced by that. My brother was always like, I don't know, his friends were always listening to shit and giving him shit to listen to. So like, you know, I first listened to like I first heard Dslinger when I was in like 6th grade. I was like listening to Pantera in 4th grade type shit. So I was kind of just like always in it without realizing it. And I thought that for me, like I thought that was normal. I thought everyone loved music as much as I did. And then like so, and then it got to a point like MySpace came out. Like so, my brother would be showing me fucking like Dslinger and this and that. And then MySpace came out, and I found out I could find my own music that I could listen to. So I started getting into my brother showed me Trivium, and I don't know from Trivium, my brother showed me Trivium, Black Dahlia, and that I got to like 𝕍𝖈, Necrophagus, Obscura. Like I started going wicked death metal and like Aborted, Beneath the Massacre, and just.
Did you like 3 Inches of Blood?
I didn't.
No,
I was not into that. Because wait, what isn't there? Was it 3 Inches of Blood, and then isn't there 6
Feet Under?
6 Feet Under. That bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've heard that before on the show. Yeah.
But yeah, so like I was like super fortunate. I was fucking my parents, my mom especially. My mom was really drove home like listening to music as a kid. Like for us, like, but she would be listening to like Motley Crue and Van Halen and
Bon Jovi.
Cool. Yeah, it was like Rat and shit. So I was like,
hell yeah,
raised on the fucking hair metal rock and roll thing.
Right.
So yeah, no, shout out my mom. My mom rules.
Shout out my mom too.
Yeah, Peter's mom also rules. She sent us bagels today.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That's really cool. Hold up. Let's take a break. Go grab a coffee if you're drinking beer. Go grab some beer, whatever you're doing. Take a fucking break. We're going to listen to some KAONASHI because they are on this week's Hidden Gems section. Of course, they have to be because it's their episode. And I feel like more people need to be listening to this band because they're super fucking cool people and they make super sick music. Emo Mathcore. This is the best thing that you could ask for. We're gonna play KAONASHI, Look Like Me. It's the alternative press this, which we get into later on in the episode. Peter actually talks about it, so if you're interested in the meaning of the song, stick around. Let's jam this shit. Let's go. Get crazy. KAONASHI. Here we go.
When I open AP magazine, I don't get the comfort of seeing someone who looks like me, who looks like me, who looks like me.
And we're back. That's really interesting. Like, I relate a lot to Peter's kind of background. Like, literally, I got into it because like MCR, like seeing them on MTV in the morning, like getting ready for school in the morning. You know what I mean? And they actually used to play music, and I remember seeing those videos, like Fall Out Boy and all these guys. And yeah, that was definitely the point of no return, I guess.
Yeah, same time was like VH1 had videos too.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, I was just seeing shit like The Killers or like, I don't know, yeahs. And I'm just like, I don't know what this music is, but I want to know, you know? The earliest was like, I don't know, it's such a precursor, but like Daft Punk One More Time on Toonami, or like In the End by Linkin Park. I just somehow came across that song.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, see, right then and there, it wasn't like, I want to do this. But I was like, that song was good. Yeah. And then just 8-year-old me kept going. But I remember watching that video and just listening and being like, well, I don't know what I feel right now.
I remember it's like specifically like emo though, and like kind of like this metalcore thing. My family, my brothers didn't like that stuff. Like John, my oldest brother, was like really into technical stuff. So that was cool. So like Black Dahlia was really cool for him and stuff. But he didn't really like death metal and shit like that. Right. So like I remember finding like emo bands like they loved Coheed. They showed me Coheed in Funeral for a Friend. They only showed me Funeral for a Friend because the drummer did vocals, and I was like always thought that was sick. But yeah, I remember my friend gave me a burnt CD from Autumn to Ashes. I'm sorry for stealing your music. But yeah, he gave me Abandon Your Friends. And I always remember watching the fucking music video, and my brothers used to make fun of me for listening to like The Used, From Autumn to Ashes, and all this like super emo shit. So that kind of aspect of that realm was not at all funded by my brothers' like love of music. They were making fun of me for that shit super hard for a while. I remember, getting like, Kill Groomit sucks. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm still listening though. Yeah, I'm still gonna listen.
So like, with your band, like on the social media, I guess it says like Emo like Mathcore. So like, you guys like stand behind that, or is it kind of a joke, or like what is the story behind that?
10 toes down, we stand behind. That is like the two sides. I mean, there's so many sides, but it's like. It's literally the feeling is emo, but the music is mathcore.
Yeah, like I think like people think like to exclude us from this mathcore idea because it's not like overtly panic chords and shit, but like I'll guarantee that our shit is way more math than most people that are like doing the mathcore thing right now. It's like you don't just go cat. Like that doesn't, you gotta do something with that.
It's like if a band came out and just wasn't like, you know, technical or mathy at all, but they did like the, you know, guitar throws and they just had simple music. They looked the part. It would be, oh yeah, it's mathcore. Meanwhile, we dress however we want to, and our music is technical, but people don't even consider it mathcore. I'm just like,
I think the big thing is because a big factor for us is we try to write music that like we try to write like overtly progressive ideas that are palatable. You know what I mean? Like, shit, the beginning of Real Leather time signature changes like, I think it's like 10 times in the first 12 seconds or something like that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it's just like the count in is 8/8/4. The main riff is 6/4 with little bars of like different 8, like there's like 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, and between these bars of 6/4 and shit like that. And that's just like the first fucking 10 seconds. And like
thought put into it.
Yeah, like, and then we'll, you know, we use palindromes. We'll use like literary devices, put it into the mathematical sense, and then write from there. And then we'll use those palindromes not just as like a dot type of thing, but like literally to structure our songs as well.
I mean, to be honest, even if people did try to put us in a mathcore box, we would find a way to break out of it because, you know, I'm not going to just be grouped in a corner with a bunch of other people. It's like, it's mathcore, and I don't expect to sit at the mathcore like lunch table. It's like, I'll sit wherever I want, you know? Like, post-hardcore, emo, all of that, rap, like death metal. We like everything.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think that's the biggest thing too, is like, self-expression.
Yeah. What do you mean, mathcore forever? I mean, yeah, it's like emo mathcore. That's what the music is. But I want to do emo mathcore at a show with fucking ski mask or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bloody Incantation or something.
No, it's really dope.
Everywhere, not just where it's okay.
That's really dope. No, I really like I really like your band. Like I'm a new fan. I'm not even gonna front. Like I'm not gonna act like I know the whole discography front to back. But I have been listening to you guys a lot lately, and I'm just like I can't believe it. Like I haven't heard of you guys before. I've heard your name like come up, but it's
right. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't. Sorry if I'm like whatever, but like I heard the name come up, and then you can't forget like a name like your band. So like I was like KAONASHI. I was like clicking in my head, and then I heard some of the Get Tucked podcast. You were on Ryan Tuck's podcast. Yeah. So like I heard some of that episode or whatever, and then I just like shit like that. Like I like to be able to hear like the person's story behind, you know, like who's making the actual music. I don't know. I just like to have that relationship or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel you there for sure. Do
you guys listen to like a lot of podcasts or?
I used to listen to the Lead Singer Syndrome podcast with Shane from Silverstein all the time. But besides that, no, I haven't listened to any podcast lately.
I'll listen.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world.
Oh yeah.
I don't listen to like podcasts like that. I kind of like fuck with the downbeat with what I can't remember his name. I think it's Craig.
Yeah, Craig.
What's his name?
Reynolds or something. Yeah.
Something like that. I like that because I'm a fucking drummer. I do fuck with like I do like listening to the This Is Hardcore podcast because that's some real shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do like listening.
I need to check that one out.
Yeah, it's the dude it's Joe who puts on This Is Hardcore, and like one thing about Joe is he always fucking keeps it real.
Yeah.
So like, and there's just so much knowledge from that person. Like as like I think any musician trying to, you know, surf through the industry and try to figure out their way should definitely listen to that podcast because it's a lot of good information.
Oh, dope. Dude, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like, just listen to these people that you wouldn't have access to otherwise. Just drop knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just really cool.
Yeah.
and like it kind of helps you like I don't know think different ways and like think a little bit more about yourself, I guess, when it comes to the band, because like a lot of band, I don't know, I'm sorry to get into this band thing real quick.
No, you're good, man.
Like give up themselves a lot in order to like appease people, you know what I mean? Rather than like if you just like kind of like stay to your fucking.
It's gonna take a while. It's the long way.
It is the long way, but it's definitely the cool way, the fun way, at least for me. But anyway, sorry.
No, you're good, man. We're all just like riffing, so there's no real agenda. But I do want to know something, and I'm sure a lot of your fans want to know as well. But like, what is the story of the band? Like, who got together and was like, "Yo, let's start this thing," and like, well, let's talk about that. And like, if there was any, members lost or anything like that, if you want to mention those people and like kind of how you got to where you're at today.
Do you want us to start from like front to back?
It's like Joe Dirt, you got to start from. Would you start from wherever you want?
Like garden, dig it. Okay, I guess I'll do 2012 to 2016. So I was playing pool at my friend Jess's house with my friend Juan, and I was just like, let's just start a band. You play guitar, your brother plays drums. We have nothing else to do. It's like, I want to do this. I've always wanted to do this. Why don't we just actually fucking try? We're wasting our time. So we just started having practices, and I just slowly was just recruiting people. I had this idea of what I wanted to do, and it was me, German, and Juan in the beginning. German played drums, Juan played guitar. And then we recruited my friend Jazz. He played guitar. So it was us four just jamming. And then German recruited Alex because they worked at the same pizzeria. And so now we have 5 people in the band. And we're writing music and just playing shows. We wrote Native together, the first EP. Then Jazz left the band, so it was just us 4 for a while. That was like the lineup. And then what happened? So then this is fast forward to 2016. 2015.
2015, yeah, that's where it started. It's my story starts 2015. But
so then German left the band. So now we had a show to play in Holyoke, Massachusetts, and I had no drummer.
That's where I come into play. So my story with KAONASHI is a little bit deep. Should I just start there, or should I?
Yeah. So.
Or should I do my little like pre-story?
Yeah.
Okay, the little pre-story. So that's where I come into play. And a lot of people, I feel like still don't even know that part, because that's my first show with y'all. But so I used to manage this band. I managed, booked, did everything for this band called Crisis AD. It became this band 𝕺𝖍𝖈 or whatever. But so I did everything for them. I booked their tours, and this one tour, my buddy Dom is like, yo, gonna have him play Trocadero, yada yada. I'm like, word. We go to the show, I talk to Dom, and Dom is like, oh, actually, before I even talk to Dom, this kid comes up on the bus, and he's like, y'all want to smoke some weed? And I was like, fuck it, let's go. And I start talking to him, so I'm like, yo, so like, who's like the person to know here? Like, I know Dom, but who else should I like talk to here? And he goes, oh, you should talk to my brother Peter. I'm talking to Peter's brother Mike, and he's just like, we're just talking back and forth. I was like, all right. He's like, you can't miss him. I'll introduce you. And I was like, okay, sweet. I don't think he ever introduced me. I had to introduce myself, and Peter just was like, oh, nice to meet you, and just that was it. Like, literally just high and by me super hard. And I'm just like trying to have a conversation, trying to talk. That was it. Like, he literally like boxed me out of a conversation. I was like, damn. All right, I'm just gonna keep working, because I had to like help load and like settle up and all this shit. And I think, yeah, so fucking, shit, fast forward, fucking my band that I'm in at the time fucking plays a show, and Dom hits me up, the guy I was talking about before I put on the show, the Trocadero, hits me up and he's like, all right, now I want your band. Fuck Crisis, I want your band. So I was like, okay, fine, cool, let's do it. I buy a van, I take it off the lot, I drive it to fucking Philadelphia. It dies in Jersey.
Oh,
The engine seizes like same day, and we take 2 tow trucks and an Uber to get to the fucking show. And like the show flyer is like Dead Ocean, which is my band, versus KAONASHI, and I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm like, it's a Tuesday or something. I can't remember. And I'm just like, this is gonna be fucking shot. Fuck this. I just like wasted thousands of dollars. I walk in and there's just like 300 kids beating the shit out of each other on a fucking Tuesday night. And I'm just like, yo, what is going on? And then the music is weird. It's not normal. I'm from like Massachusetts, and when you see that, it's usually just like hardcore riffs. And it's just like weird music. And I'm just like Mr. 𝕹𝖳 wicked hard. And I'm like, what? And yeah, it's KAONASHI just whooping ass. My band finally gets there, and KAONASHI lets us borrow everything. Literally everything. We then proceed to play the worst set we've ever played. Like, I've never played a worse set. Maybe once with KAONASHI.
And I loved it. I was moshing. Like, I was on the floor. Like, it was dead. Like, people left, but I stayed. I was like moshing for Dead Ocean.
Yeah, it was bad. But it was so bad. But okay, so fast forward a couple more months. They need a fill-in, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I learned this set in like 3 days. I was really bad. I just like learned it like really like rock band medium style. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, that was so great. Peter the whole time still, he like interviewed me. He like secret interviewed me at points. Like he came up to me, he was like, what kind of bands do you like? And I was like, oh, I don't know, like Pantera, 𝕻𝖎 𝕻𝖕 from 𝕻𝖕. And he's like, oh, 𝕻𝖎, I love 𝕻𝖎. That's my favorite band. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like what's your favorite record? And fucking he says No World for Tomorrow. And I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, that's so, because like that's my least favorite record.
Right.
And I was like, dude, it's easily like In Keeping Secrets. And his guitarist turns around and he goes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And like, I was like, it's at our second stage. And
that's like the glue that keeps us together.
And like that was like the secret, like, how do you know the fucking, what is this? I can't remember what cartoon. I think it's like Dexter's Lab or Powerpuff Girls.
Brain Blast? Jimmy Neutron?
No, where it's like they eat the goo. And I'm trying to remember. Anyway, it's like toxic waste, and then they get the superpowers. That was that. And they all like hang out. Yeah, so then anyway, I quit my band, and I messaged Peter. I'm like, yo, like I quit my band.
I quit my band.
Anyway, I quit my band. I'm like, yo, Peter, I quit my band. I have a van and trailer. The van got fixed, by the way. I like Karen'd it wicked hard. I screamed because like I was stuck in Philly for 3 days. It was sick. I got the van, got the trailer. I've got gear. Let's hang out and let's riff. Let me be your drummer. Just doesn't message me. Left me on red. Like I gave him a super big message too.
Which is like what I always wanted. I always wanted to be this touring band. And someone messages me saying we can do that, and I just forgot to reply. That's the thing. It wasn't even like a malicious fuck you. It was just like I don't know. I just didn't reply. Same with the Trocadero. When I like boxed them out, I don't even remember that.
I don't know what to reply.
I literally was just like, I'm just gonna talk to somebody else. I don't really remember talking to you, but I know what happened. It's I forget a lot of things.
I feel you. Yeah.
I thought, dude, because I was under the impression when people told me, I was under the impression that you like booked everything. Like you were like, they made it, everyone talked to you up like, that's the person. And I was like,
the whole time I don't even really be doing them.
Yeah. And then I was like, I was assuming like Peter was booking like the union transfer or some shit like that. That's how they made like they gassed it like that. And I was like, okay, I need to know this guy. And I was like, of course he cool guys me. Of course.
Yo, that all changed in a few months. That's the crazy. It went from 0 to 100.
I remember. Was it fucking who was it? Was it you, or was it? Oh, it was Alex. Yo, the show that I filled in Massachusetts. I'm like, because we never practiced before. I'm like a fill-in. I practiced on a practice pad. I didn't even like learn the set on a drum set. And I'm like going up to Alex. I was like, "Hey, man." Oh,
No, I'm here. Sorry.
okay, wait, my bad.
I had to
was like, "Hey,
refresh
man,
my
like,"
video.
I was like, "Hey, man, do you like want to practice? Like, do you need to practice?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm good, but like we have a fill-in drummer. I think he might need to." And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, do you want to practice?" And he's like, "Nah, dude, I'm good." And then like
What?
Peter comes up to me and he was like, we start talking, and he's like, "Oh, you're the fill-in drummer." I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck?" It's like, "Oh, I thought you were like the weird promoter. I wasn't sure why you were hanging out." I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, it was so. It's funny because I just didn't take it that serious, that show, but I could see why Peo took it serious.
Yo,
I was just like, I was just happy to be out the state. I thought I was doing something. You know, I was like, I'm in Massachusetts. Like, I didn't realize it was the venue where fucking Molotov did like a video, like Acacia Strain
DVD.
I was just happy to be there, which you would think would make me like, I gotta play the best set. I'm in a really important place. But no, I was just like, whatever happens, happens. We're here. I'm chilling.
Yeah. That's the best way to look at it.
Bro, the show was, speaking of boundaries, it was Burials, Boundaries,
Animal, Downswing,
yeah,
Divided Life, Values played.
Oh, man.
Crisis AD, which was then Rose View.
Mm-hmm.
They were Crisis at the time, though, right?
Yeah, they were Crisis at the time.
They were Crisis AD, so they were still sick. I'm going to say that on the fucking official
on record.
On record.
But it was a stacked show, and it really wasn't that popping, to be honest. But
what? That's crazy.
Years later,
that show was definitely way better than it could have been, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, really? Should have been worse?
It could have been way worse. I was like, that's gonna be a good show. I'm doing that shit.
Shout out my OG 𝕹𝖉𝖈. I haven't seen him in a minute. I hope he's doing good.
I hope 𝕹𝖉𝖈 is doing good.
Yeah, that
holy
was
shit
character. I remember just being so far out, you know what I mean, in Massachusetts. I was just like, I need to like talk to the people here. You know?
Yeah.
So I just saw Divided Life just in the like, I don't know what you would call it, like the corner store, like across the street. You know, weird ass steps on the side of Waterfront.
Yeah.
And I just saw some kid with pink hair. I was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah,
you know, like, and it's funny because I have a Divided Life shirt in my fucking closet. It's like I never would have thought that I would still be connected to like people from that show.
This shit is like so crazy. Like, yeah, that show was like a lot of those bands like came up for sure.
Yeah,
which was crazy.
So really then,
that's like rare that like a show has bands that all are still going in one way or another.
Everyone, like literally younger forms.
Like literally every single one of those was like, that was 2015.
Yeah.
And like all those bands literally still exist in one way or another.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing. Like,
5 years later.
That never happens.
You would have never thought 6 years later. You would never assume that.
That's so funny. You just think it's like, because we haven't toured, it's just paused. It's like 5 years later.
Yeah. No, to me, it's still 2020.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, seriously.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like the world stood still for a second.
But anyway, sorry. I digress.
Oh, you're good.
Fucking.
So then I eventually replied.
Yeah, but you eventually replied and you were like, "Hey, can you learn this new EP that we're releasing on this day that we need you?" And like, yeah, you got to learn it in like 4 days. And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." I definitely didn't learn it in 4 days. You can go, you know what? I don't even care. I'll say this on the record. You can literally go see me play one of the worst sets I've ever played. And they were like, after that set, I was like, yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't want me in the band, but if you do need a drummer, I'm still down to be in the band. Doesn't reply again, just left me on red for a few days. And I was just like, all right, man, you know, like, you could at least give me a fucking response. Like, and he was like, I'm sorry, man, you actually are in the band, but I was going to wait to tell you. I was like, dude, I live in Massachusetts. When were you going to fucking tell me? Like, I was driving my van fucking, 7-8 hours one way just to like play these shows and practice. And I would just listen to the record constantly. The records, which was only 2. I mean, it was only 2 EPs, but when I first heard the band too, like I was like, oh, this shit is like lame. This is easy. And I started having to learn it, and I was like, this shit sucks. It's hard. I hate this. It's a lot harder, and like that's what I realized. That was like back to what I was saying. Like you try, like the whole idea is trying to make it like sound good and sound like it's like palatable and not so much so obnoxious, but it's still obnoxious.
Like
We're loud.
I just love both. It's like I love catchy songs, but I love technical, just dense songs with so much shit going on. So if you can just do both at the same time, it's
just do both. Yeah, that's easy. Just do both. Yeah, okay, Peter.
All right, so I'll ask.
Yeah, do both. What we gotta do one?
No,
You
can't do one.
Yeah.
No, you gotta do two or more.
Yeah, you have to.
Listen to what he's saying. When we write music, like if we wanted to, if everybody was here, we just went downstairs, we could write a banger like right now. Like you know how to write technical and easy at the same time. It's a good drummer.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Stop. I'm blushing.
Oh, you're good. So I have to ask the obvious question, because I'm gonna kind of start wrapping it up here. But like, which bands, had the most influence on your music to date?
𝕻𝖎 𝕻𝖕.
Yeah, 𝕻𝖎 𝕻𝖕 is definitely one.
Census Fail had a huge influence on what you do for
sick.
me. I'm trying to think of other ones like The Fall of Troy, Chiodos, Fear Before. I feel like those are obvious, like in terms of me.
Damn, like I feel like every record would definitely have different influences. But there's like major overlooming ones, right?
Yeah.
𝕻𝖎's a huge one for me. 𝕻𝖍𝖎.
Between the Buried to me has always been an influence, just in like being, what's the word? Progressive. You know what I mean? Like and just
big. Yeah, like for like the progressiveness is like definitely 𝕻𝖎, 𝕻𝖎, Rush. Fucking, I really like prog jazz. So Returned Forever. Those are all like really big ones where I try to think of like complexity, tasteful complexity. And then
I just want to emphasize on 𝕻𝖎. Like I don't talk about 𝕻𝖎 enough. Like just everything you need: aggression, melody, just everything.
And then the other band is 𝕍𝖕𝖈.
Oh my god,
𝕍𝖕𝖈. I think about
they just
𝕍𝖕𝖈.
make me want to be a better musician. Like they're peers of ours, but I do look at them the same way I look at my other influences.
Dude,
Yeah.
Do you listen to them?
A little bit. I'm not gonna say I'm huge.
Man, that shit is so powerful. You know, it's so crazy to me. I don't know. I think like
maybe I need to listen back then.
Definitely.
Sometimes you skip over stuff, not like intentionally, like, oh, this is trash, but like there's so much music out there, it's kind of hard to like get through everything.
I would say, start off with just start. I know they're gonna be mad that I say this too, but start with the Perennial EP.
Okay.
Just play it. Kind of turn it up a little bit, and just go for it. And then I think that's where to start there. And then you can kind of navigate where you want. But
okay.
Yeah, so start at the beginning, then you're good. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, what else? Sorry. That was like
there's just so many, dude. Like bands.
Yeah.
But it's not just bands. It's like rappers too, and like just electronic music.
I was about to say the same thing. Like electronic music is definitely like, for me with catchiness. I don't know. I fucking love. When I was in high school, I wrote a fucking like really shitty techno EP on Guitar Pro. Fucking love like electronic music, so that's like a huge influence too. So I don't know.
Music is so fucking good. Just like
we literally listen to like 90s dance all the time during like touring and shit in the van. We'll just fucking put it on at least for an hour.
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah.
It's just good. It's like I don't know anything that's adventurous. I'm trying to think of what the word is, but ambitious.
Yeah. There you go.
The word. Like BT Bam is so ambitious to me. They really reach to try to do something, and it's like I want that to show in our music.
That's it.
Because all those bands have that in common. 𝕻𝖎 is so ambitious. BT Bam, 𝕻𝖎, fucking Circus Survive, like fucking just
dude. I love Circus Survive.
EVR bands too, not to just jack it, but like not the jack it. Like come on.
No, for sure. I think everyone would agree who's listening for sure. Well, shit, man. So before we head out, we have to talk about the music a little bit. So like, what do you, if you can share anything, what's coming out new that we can expect to see?
How do you want to do this? Because I don't know. We don't know, but like there is can we say what is like there is?
I think we think there is, but can't give nothing about it.
Okay, so there do nothing. Not even
in the progress phase.
Okay, so there is an album. There is a music video.
Yeah, there's a music video.
There's a music video.
Cool.
There's a single picked out already.
There's a single. But I don't think we're allowed to say anything else.
All right, that's fair. Well, then, can you talk about Look Like Me a little bit, like the alternative press diss or whatever?
Yeah. During all of the police brutality and just literal killings of Black people last year, AP decided to do an article about, I don't even know what the fucking headline was, just, here's 10 Black people that make metal. So then they had this whack ass list and they put us on it for.
The thing was worse about it.
Even asking, without asking us.
What the worst part actually was about it was at a list that was hijacked. It was a list on Twitter that was already made by someone else, and they just stole the whole thing and reposted it.
Oh shit!
And that was like also level depths of like fucked up. And then like the article picture was like incorrect. Like
it was just this half-assed like attempt to be part of sitting at the table of like BLM. It's just like
it was like, oh, I'm gonna capitalize on fucking ad revenue and click revenue.
I simply was not feeling it. So KAO had an idea to do a song.
Right? Yeah. Basically, what fucking I was like, dude, let's just like we were talking about doing this like I had this idea of doing this like really short song. Anyway, and then this shit happened. I was like, yo, fuck AP, let's do this song. And then like it was like this fucking rolling ball of like Monty hit us up at like conveniently literally at the same time and was like, hey, do you guys want to be a part of this compilation? Do you have any like unreleased music or this and that? And we're like, as a matter of fact, we do. And it just kind of worked really well. But yeah, fuck AP.
Those lyrics were so easy for me to write because it's just like how I feel, just putting it on paper. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I wanted to just get what I was trying to say across. That's why it starts with vocals. I want you to hear what I had to say. Sort of like I don't know what the word is called. That like sentence at the beginning of a book.
Is it a prelogue?
A prologue?
Preface?
Prologue? Something like that. A thesis statement. I just wanted to say, how I felt. And then just keep listening. There's more to go. So it's one of my favorite songs that we've done. Honestly,
that's dope. Yeah, it's fucking dope. Yeah, I was just curious. Yeah, because I'm sure there's a write up on it. But like, what was the general response that of? Like, did you get any emails?
Very well.
Yeah,
like, it was a great response. There was one weird ass dude on TikTok that thought it was funny, but besides that,
that's dope.
Everybody appreciate it.
I hope, yeah.
I mean, I hope so. From the people,
yeah. There's some like dickhead on TikTok that fucking dweeb, and then like, he was like, actually, I marched to BLM. Yeah, I'm an ally, and so then blocked us and shit. I was like, you're the one talking shit about it.
Yeah, he showed me his like March rewards card. And like, look, I have 3 protest posts. I was like, all right, well, I don't care.
Yeah.
So,
if I get 4 more, I get half off the.
No. Yeah, you trying to redeem rewards. Fuck out of here. No, I simply was not punching in. He thought I was going to be like, oh, you marched. He was going to give me the date and time. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's just how I felt.
No, you're good.
Can you give us another this or that before we're done?
Another this or that? Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's see. I'm gonna
2 bands.
2 bands. Here, let's see. All right, how about this? Well, I don't know if you've heard of these people, but they're kind of TikTok people. But let's see. Here, let's stir the water.
I'm so curious.
All right, so this question goes: if there was an alternative music stock market, who would you rather put stock in? Jairus Johnson or Kim Dracula?
Whoa, I don't know what either of those
that
are.
is.
But Kim Dracula is a Deftones song, so I think I might like Kim Dracula more. Damn, I don't know what. Apple.
Apple. Yeah, I have no idea what either of that is. Fuck.
All right. Well, I was just curious. All right. So Jairus Johnson, he just did like 2 remixes. He's a TikTok, 20-year-old, whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like he's killing it though. I'm not hating on my guy over here, but
For sure.
he's doing great. But he basically did the last resort rather with Papa Roach Reloaded, and then he just did one with Bring Me the Horizon. Can You Feel My Heart remix?
Holy shit.
Oh
It's
shit!
blowing
Okay.
up. Like look him up on Spotify and just look at how many followers this kid has. And this is like one of those overnight success kind of things.
Shit.
Like he basically was TikTok famous and just like because he did something with Chad Kroeger from Nickelback.
What?
And yeah, dude. Yeah. He like shouted out Chad Kroeger on TikTok, and then basically that got him in to do a song with him. So
Well, I'm about to shout out Kanye West then.
yeah.
But sorry we're taking up so much of your time.
No,
you're
I feel
fine.
like I'm
I
taking
just
up
wanted
your
one more. You
time.
can wrap it up now.
All right. Here, I'll ask you one more. All right, off the top.
Alright.
Currents or Kingdom of Giants?
Kingdom of Giants, because just like a test of my survival. I don't really know anything by Currents. I should listen to Currents more.
I'm gonna say Currents just because of New
New
England.
England.
Damn, he knew.
I do.
He
I know the vibe.
Yeah. He's like, I know the backstory.
I love it.
That's dope. Well, look, you both know like one of each of the options, whatever. You can talk about it later.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, have you heard the Kingdom of Giants, the new record? Or are you kind of going off the older stuff?
No, I haven't. I'm just going off of like the old EP with like the purple monster on it.
Oh man, you gotta check out Passenger, dude. I think you'll like it a lot. It's like a lot of people are just with the synthcore thing, are like giving it to them as like basically the head of the pack with synthcore, whatever that is.
Shit.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
No, it got some really great ratings. Like it got a bunch of 9s and 9 point whatevers, and it did really well.
Shit, hopefully we get a 9.
And
I hope
Currents,
we get
Kill the Ache, their latest single. I just heard it on Sirius XM today. I know you guys.
Wow. What the fuck?
Do you guys listen to Sirius XM or?
I don't know.
I used to. You know what's crazy? I used to when I was a kid because my brother and my dad got it for like their car or something.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
So I always used to listen to that shit. And I always was like, I want to be on the radio. Now's my chance.
Would they have
Still
like,
have-
was it
I like it, dude. I think it's cool.
games they would play?
Yeah, dude, it was definitely I fucked the soil work in Flames wicked hard. Sorry.
Yeah,
No, you're good, man. This has been like a dope ass podcast. I hope you guys weren't fucking bored. I know I didn't say a whole lot, but I wanted to.
Oh,
I'm
wanted to
sorry
let you guys talk.
so much.
No, I mean it's a podcast. That's what you're here for. Like I gotta get your fucking 2 cents in there. Well, listen, I'm gonna wrap this shit up, guys. This is a fucking treat, man. Anything you want to say, leave behind for the listeners, fans? Anything you want to say before we head out?
shit. Thank you for supporting us.
Hell yeah.
This year, if you've been supporting us this whole time, this is the year. Like, we made this for you, and I hope you love it.
Shit, yeah, seriously, thank you for supporting us getting through all of this shit. Like, the past year has been such a bitch, and means a lot to us.
Everyone's been punching in on their KAONASHI rewards card, and I feel like what we put into this album is just like really going to be a payoff. I don't know how to explain that. I'm so proud of it, and I hope that I had it with the people that have been supporting us in mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I hope
I think they're going to appreciate
it's coming soon. I can say that.
It is.
Sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
It's
so
coming
awesome.
soon. Very soon. Just be on. When is this coming out?
Probably like a week or two. I'm usually like a week or two out. I'm not gonna lie.
Word. Yeah. We're in the clear. I think. I don't know. Maybe. Still maybe. But
We'll just say it's
definitely coming soon. It's
Very
definitely
soon.
Very soon.
Sick.
We're-
Listen to Fever War.
Listen to Fever War.
Beaver War. Shout out.
Isabella. All right, man.
All right, we'll chop. I'll stop recording. We'll chop it up a little bit. But that was it, guys. That pretty much does it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. It means a whole hell of a lot to me. You don't even know. And if you could, please subscribe, follow whatever platform you're on. Please just make sure that you stick around for more things to come because you do not want to miss out. I don't even know who I'm going to be talking to next. So it's always going to be a surprise, okay? Every first of the month-ish, I'm trying to do this new thing called Mosh Pit Monday, where I revisit with some guests that I've had on before that I feel like I've built a connection with. We get drunk, we talk shit, and we talk music. So that's a new fun thing that we're doing. The latest two have been super, super fun. With the 𝕹𝖊𝖈 Joey from Varsity and the boys from Common Choir. A sick 1-2 punch as far as the first 2 episodes of Mosh Pit Monday. So go check those out, revisit those if you haven't. And we're going to end it with one more song from KAONASHI. You'll understand when you're older. One of my favorite songs. You're going to love it, okay? Let's get out of here. I will see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. Shine on.
To avoid everyone. Text me when you get homesick. I've been thinking about that phone call. I've been trying to pass your exit. I know what we had wasn't perfect, but if it isn't fixed, don't break it. Don't. Broken window playing ball in the backyard. Broken window when I got in a fight with you. Broken window just to get in my own house. The landlord locked me out. Past due. Order up! Burns on your head from years of food service. Loser! What the fuck? Work 40 hours last week. This can't be right. Under the table light. Flipping burgers, washing dishes, pumping gas, delivering pizzas. Every weekend until the day I die. I watch the kids with degrees just step all over me. Now I'm arguing with some guys from New Jersey over extra cheese. And I'm still thinking about that phone call. And I still pass your exit. And every day I think. And I think about it. And I think. So this is what I had to live for. So this is what I had to live for. Empty pockets on friends. That's what this just I need. Every night and every day until I'm living memory. Someone that is just not working hard. Can't follow what kids are growing. Working hard. They can go back to school. I'm lost every night. Don't know why I'm alive. Swear I should have died. That is hard for me. It's hard for me to say that I'm actually happy that I'm started. I really should. I really am. Okay, yeah. There's no headline for the God who survived.
Shine on.
Hell yeah.